A Sunday afternoon with the NBA here on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. With Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're joined by our reporter, David Aldridge, on the sidelines. And how about we check the numbers for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope?
And his three-point shooting has gotten a lot better over his last 10 games. He looks so much more comfortable from beyond. There's no doubt he's got the green light to let it fly whenever the shot's there for him.
Now the starting group for Orlando. Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. Corey Joseph is out there with Caldwell-Pope, and it's Carter in at the center position. And for the Hawks, we've got Daniels, also young out there. Reza Shea is out there with Okongwu. And Gay is in at the power forward. And both teams look to move the ball around, stand to create more offense.
Well, that's usually the best way to attack, especially against good defenses. Ball movement moves the defense, and when you've got the defense on the move, that's when you can break them down and get high percentage shots. It takes patience. It takes unselfishness.
It seems to be the most efficient way, doesn't it?
It does, especially against really good defenses.
The first overall pick, and Stan, we have seen this kid, 6'10" Paolo Banchero. How impressive have you assessed his passing skills?
Well, Kevin, it was the thing that surprised me most about him when he came in the NBA. I knew he could put the ball on the floor and attack the basket, get to the free throw line, but he is one of the best big playmakers in this league, making the game easier for all of his teammates.
Wow, what a great asset.
You aren't kidding.
And he's good on the second. Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
4 on the shot clock. And it's Young at the elbow. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And so here's Orlando. Joseph with the ball. Pass to Banchero. A 3-ball. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And he's got a nice fluid motion on his long-range shots. I think Banchero will be a consistent three-point shooter at the NBA level.
Now, here's Okongwu. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. The Hawks shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
That free throw missing. And Stan, after a few down years, the magic has been recaptured here in Orlando.
It sure has, Kevin. They've had great draft picks. They have a couple of young franchise cornerstones. They've got size. They've got guys who will continue to improve. This team's got a chance to be really, really good going forward.
Wagner finds Joseph. Magic moving the ball around. That's good from Banchero on the assist by Caldwell-Pope. Banchero's got 7 points. Young looking around. Shoots the 3. Hits the three-point bomb.
One of the best from deep. Trae Young with the emphatic 3.
Outside, Joseph. To the inside. Here's Banchero. Rebound by the Hawks. Their last meeting was in Orlando, where they were unable to fight off the Magic.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Yeah, taking care of the ball has to be their #1 priority. But they also have to stay aggressive. You have to strike a good balance.
Here is Carter following the 3 by Atlanta. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. Here's Okongwu. Lays it up and banks it in.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
Wagner passes to Carter. And here is Joseph, defended by Young. Bounce past Joseph. They need this. Gay with the rebound. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Spins. Pass to Rizachet. They set the pick. Fires the 3. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Banchero outside. Sinks the triple. 10 points for him.
Well, it sure didn't take him much time to heat up. Aggressive start.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Atlanta making a switch here. Krejci's checked in. And while we've got a moment, let's check out the best defenses in the NBA. Number 1, the Magic.
Great defenders both individually and collectively. I mean, you can tell they really love accepting that challenge. They can stifle you at that end of the floor.
And Atlanta has possession. They trail by 1. Takes a step back. They get it back. Okongwu with a screen on Caldwell Pope. Daniels with it. Picked up by Banchero. 3 on the clock. From deep three-point land. The Hawks again can't hit.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
That's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
And Orlando making a change here. Bitadze's checked in. Wagner on the wing. Still scoreless. 6 to shoot. Krejci with the rebound.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin. Last season, the Magic extended Coach Jamal Mosley's contract through 2028. He said, it's not about me. I just want each one of these guys to reach their full potential. This game has been good to all of us. I want to be part of maximizing how great they can be on and off the court. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Now, here's Wagner. Great numbers on a nightly basis as he averages over 24 points a game.
Yeah, and showing some force inside. Wagner making sure he gets his.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Back to Young. Jacks up a 3. Buries it from three-point range. Young's got 6.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game.
Well, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
Here's Krejci. He's defended by Wagner. Here's Young. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Back to Wagner. Pass to Carter. Now here's Caldwell Pope. He's covered by Daniels. Carter, the pass to Wagner. Over Young. That doesn't go either for Wagner.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
Tie game in Atlanta. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And for the Hawks, guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, we're not surprised by this. These guys work hard, and they are physical.
And so LeVert will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Working his way from scout to head coach, Jamal Mosley was a longtime assistant under Rick Carlisle. He has paid his dues, Coach.
Yeah, and Kevin, I really admire the guys that put in the time, as you say, pay their dues and get themselves ready for when they get the opportunity. There's a lot of outstanding younger coaches in this league, and Jamal Mosley's as good as any of them.
Yep, I would agree. So on the floor for Orlando, Black is out there with Cole Anthony. Then it's Paolo Banchero. And it's Bitadze in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So it's the Hawks now, following the bucket by Orlando. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Pass to Anthony. Banchero, a screen on LeVert. And here's Anthony for three. The rebound by Niang. And has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. The dunk with a foul on top of it. So strong.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
One shot.
And we also have seen them continue to fire from deep. With the results they're seeing, you can understand why.
Stan, we talk about this every night. So much great young talent coming into the NBA. Is there one player, though, in particular, who right now stands out to you?
What I have to say, Kevin, Victor Wembanyama, I don't know that we have ever seen a guy of that size do the things that he does. Now, you can say, well, what about Nikola Jokic? Well, Nikola Jokic, first of all, is not Victor Wembanyama's size. And then Victor's handle and his length, the guy's incredible. He's going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time.
Mann's checked in for Reza Shea. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for the Magic. Corey Joseph comes in for Cole Anthony. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Now here's LeVert. Tight defense on him. Back to man. Just 5 to shoot. Great defense that time from Banchero. Orlando trailing here. Back in 2022, the #1 overall pick was Paolo Banchero. What do you think of his game?
You have to love his game, Kevin. I mean, handles the ball as a big guy at 6'10", makes plays for other people, scores, gets to the free throw line. All-star game in his second year, and on that team, he has really, really looked to defend. This guy's future is bright.
And their coach is another guy from the Seattle area, right, who has come on the NBA and starred.
There have been quite a few of them.
Pass to Carter. Banchero outside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. What a unique resume for Coach Quinn Snyder. Stan, he's coached in college. He's been overseas as a head coach. He's been in the G League, and now he is back in the NBA.
Yeah, and this guy's just a great coach. He's had teams that perform well at both ends of the floor. He's won everywhere he's been, and he's the only NBA coach I know of that's got a law degree on top of it.
So he's smart and he can coach. Oh, and by the way, he had a pretty good mentor in college, didn't he?
He certainly did.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Franz Wagner's checked in for Goga Bitadze. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Black. Both free throws good from Banchero. Well, Coach Van Gundy, you spent a number of seasons with the Orlando Magic franchise. And looking back at that time, what stands out?
Well, Kevin, what stands out for most coaches in jobs, we actually won a lot there, and the winning stands out. I coached a great group of players, inherited not only talent, but guys of high character. It was winning, and it was fun.
You did a lot of winning down there.
We did.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Orlando?
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
And one other thing they've done well today, guys, share the ball. I mean, set up teammates and just playing unselfishly.
That one is off. And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks, Greg, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21, that was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Okongwu comes in for George Niang, and Dyson Daniels subbed in for Terrence Mann. Now, here is Young, coming off a solid outing against Philadelphia.
Yeah, Young's playmaking is very reliable. He's got impressive vision.
Joseph against Young. Banchero outside. Carter with a screen on Okongwu. And Banchero, here we go.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
The Hawks trail by 4. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Joseph against Young. And the shot goes in. Young's got 8 points.
Well, such a creative finisher. Young will find a way, even with the defender all over him.
Joseph against Young. Carter, the pass to Banchero. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Banchero's got 22.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Riza Shea, he's checked in for the Hawks. And a switcher also for Orlando. Goga Bitadze's checked in for Banchero. Here's Riza Shea. He's defended by Wagner. Okongwu with a screen on Wagner. Riza Shea lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. He's got 7.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
And Riza Shea, the prototypical size and skill for a wingman.
Yeah, he's got some jelly to his game. Handle, touch. At his size, that becomes very tough to contain.
Here's Young, following the bucket by Orlando. Daniels dishes to Young, and it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here is Daniels. No scoring in this one. Okongwu with a screen on Caldwell-Pope. 5 to shoot. Daniels passes to Okongwu. Misses from short range. Magic leading by 4. Inside. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Well, Caldwell-Pope is one of those guys who just loves to come after you.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Young. The rebound by Bitadze. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Jonathan Isaac, he's checked in for Goga Bitadze. For Orlando, they've gotten nearly everything to fall for them here in the second quarter. They're a great 7 of 8 from the floor. Wagner kicks to Isaac. Pass to Joseph. Back to Isaac from downtown. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Orlando with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Back right after this.
Thank you for joining us. Getting right to the story, things are going well for the Orlando Magic.
Their offense is running like a machine there, Shaq. I mean, they're making calculated decisions, kind of like all of those degrees you have. Calculated degrees, very consistent approach, man. I'm telling you, man, just like you.
Yeah, you can't speed them up or slow them down.
Okay, now we've got some time to take a look at the Eastern Conference standings as the postseason comes into view.
You take a look at Orlando. They've clearly taken a step back as a franchise. You hate to see that. But something isn't right with this team. I don't know if it's personnel, the coaching. They're going to have to make some changes in the offseason.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You know, Paolo Banchero, guys, has been exceptional.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Well, that's certainly what I'd do. Until the defense shows they can stop him, ride the hot hand.
And so Young will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. 6-point game. They've got Trae Young. Also, Daniels out there. Okongwu is out there with Rizachet. And Gay is in at the 4 spot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Orlando's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. There's the drive. Joseph, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Banchero outside. Teardrop shot, and it's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run here.
Just 4 to shoot. Here's Wagner. There has been, Coach, a lot of talk about how players today are better than ever before. Do you agree with that?
Well, absolutely. Isn't that the way evolution works?
Right.
Kevin, they're bigger, stronger, faster, but everyone builds on the players who came before them, and the guys today would not be where they are without the guys before who laid the foundation for it.
The Hawks trail by 4. Rizachet with it. Defended now by Wagner. The Magic have gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. And the shot goes in. Wagner's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
And taking a look at some stats here for Daniels.
He's been on a tremendous roll since the All-Star break.
He's averaging 14 points a game,
just over 3 steals and 7 rebounds. And you love his anticipation. All those steals, he's always a step ahead, reading plays before they develop.
Yeah, when you have a defender like him out there, it makes a difference. You can't play fast and loose when he's on the floor. You have to take care of the ball.
It's good on the putback. Okongwu's now got 7 points.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. Here's Carter. And then Carter with the jam.
I like the way Carter Jr. plays. He gives you the size, and he gives you the toughness.
To the middle. It's stolen by Banchero. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
So, Stan, we watched Kentavious Caldwell-Pope's career, and he's played for a handful of teams, and he's been a starter on multiple title teams, including the 2020 LA Lakers.
Yeah, Kevin, I loved coaching him. This guy is a hard worker. He's one of the best conditioned athletes in the league. His stamina is incredible. He knocks down threes. It's not a coincidence that he's been on championship teams in 2 different cities.
Amazing. Orlando with the ball after the basket by Atlanta. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Wagner's got the lead up to 9 now for the Magic.
Well, that's a good sign for Wagner. He's working to become a more consistent shooter from outside.
There's a screen. Here's Young. Count it, number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Yeah, Caldwell-Pope isn't a guy that shoots a ton of free throws, but he makes them count.
The Magic shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good from Caldwell-Pope. Both teams deciding to change it up. And he makes both free throws.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Pass to Rizichet. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Gay, terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
The coach loves seeing chances from that range. Work that inside area.
Caldwell-Pope kicks to Wagner. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now, here's Wagner. 7 points in the game. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up. That's going to send Wendell Carter to the line. It's going to go on Onyeka Okongwu. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. George Niang, he's checked in for the Hawks. Mann comes in for Rizichet. Orlando also making some changes. Goga Bitadze is checked in for Banchero, and it's Joseph in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. That's good from Carter. Well, there's a unique profile for Wendell Carter Jr., a tremendous rebounder and shooter, and now he's playing on a pretty good team, and he's a big reason why.
He sure is. Look, he's really big at 6'10", 270. All right. Top 20 in the league in rebounding and effective field goal percentage. Can shoot the 3. Great blend of size, skill, and toughness.
Here's Black. Karis LeVert making his last shot. To the paint. And Carter with the basket on the assist from Joseph. Joseph's got 5 assists in the game. 1:04 left in the third quarter. Krejci passes to LeVert. And he drives in. Good on the bucket. LeVert's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And got to push LeVert out of that area because he's very comfortable looking to score from there.
Batadze the pass to Wagner. And finished off by Wagner.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Joseph against LeVert. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Oh, tricky shot for LeVert. Defense is all over him, but he draws a foul on that attempt.
The first free throw is good. And the Hawks making a change here. Arlo's checked in. Then for the Magic, Jonathan Isaac comes in for Carter. And Anthony subbed in for Corey Joseph. Good on both. 29 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Black the pass to Isaac. Orlando moving the ball around.
Yeah, and Isaac, he just makes dunking look easy. It has an incredible reach and quickly gets up off the floor to throw that one down.
Now here's LeVert. Puts up a 3. Hits it from three-point range. LeVert's got 9 points here in the second half. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Magic lead by 5. We'll be back shortly live from State Farm Arena. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. So on the floor for Orlando, Anthony is out there with Black. Then it's Paolo Banchero. And it's De Silva in at the small forward.
And Banchero is putting it all together, capable of scoring from all 3 levels.
There's the pick. Here's LeVert. Rebound by the Magic. Here's De Silva. The layup off target. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Magic leading by 7. Banchero looking around. The baseline J off the mark.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Krejci passes to LeVert. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Mann. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. Banchero's got his 5th rebound in this one. And finished off by Banchero.
And once Banchero gets going, boy, it's hard to stop him. Given his size and speed, he's going to be a handful.
Now here's LeVert. Pass to Niang. A 3. The rebound by Batadze. Magic leading by 9. Here's De Silva. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Yep, it counts.
And great attention to detail from Banchero on the play, making sure he's there to get the ball and send it back.
Mann with it, covered by Anthony. Now, man. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Cole Anthony. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
And also, guys, they push the ball and been able to score in transition, trying to take advantage of playing in the open floor as often as possible.
And that one falls for man. That one misses.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Pass to Banchero. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Banchero's got the lead up to 13 now for the Magic.
And this is the type of go-to scorer this team wants Banchero to be. They love his confidence.
Young outside. Sweet move. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
Banchero outside. Back to Wagner. And finished off by Wagner.
Well, with his size and power, Wagner can seem unstoppable at the rim.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Trailing by 13. And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Shea, he's checked in for Terrence Mann. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Quinn Snyder's huddle. Now, he tore into his guys. He said, your body language is awful right now. You don't even look like you want to play right now. Should I sub in for you? Where's the drive to win? Guys?
Thank you, David. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by.
Well, Daniels has good length, so this close in, he can use that to his advantage.
Orlando leading by 11. And here is Joseph. Down low. Here's Banchero. Count that one. And that's now 33 points for Paolo Banchero.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Now, here is Young. Makes it off the glass. Young's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, and we've come to expect this from Young. He fills it up in so many different ways.
Pass to Joseph. Right wing. Here's Banchero. Rebounded by the Hawks. Okongwu's now got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Young. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Joseph looking around.
Shooting for Orlando. Corey Joseph taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Joseph. And Joseph drops them both. The Hawks trail by 13. Young from outside sinks the three-pointer. Young's got 19 points.
And from that extended range, you do it better than Trae Young.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Orlando.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
And on the season, this is going to be their 3rd win in 4 games against this team.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Paolo Banchero.
Well, you know, his work on the glass was a key factor, helping to turn the tide as far as the possession game, and so often that's the difference.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
Yeah, time is not on their side. The score is not on their side. Nothing you can do.
And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. With Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks, on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Paolo Banchero.